and I don't really have a title, but I'm troublemaker, poor wrangler, whatever needs to happen or not happen, I make that happen or not happen.
She's a real troublemaker. You should see her Princess Leia.
Oh my god.
She may cosplay as Slave Leia. I'm not saying
That's
there are
tomorrow.
photos, but there are. Is that pork blood on your face?
No comment.
John, speaking to the mic. And then right here is the executive director of Saber Guild, Old Ben, also known as John Bigby. John, while we're stalling, because Jedi Master Steve is supposedly going to be here. No, he's going to be here. I'm just kidding. But tell our friends about Saber Guild just a little bit for us, please.
Okay, if I get off track here, just cut me short, or correct me. You'll do that, right?
Yes, I will.
Okay, Saber Guild is a Lucasfilm recognized Saber Guild performance club, Lightsaber Performance Club. We are very similar to the other 4 clubs. There are Lucasfilm approved. We have costuming standards. We have. Is that better?
A little bit better. A little bit better.
We have costuming standards so that we try to look like what you might see in the movies. We try to live up to those standards. Some of the things we do is we appear for pictures, for events. We do Make-A-Wish events.
When you show up in your Jedi costumes with those little kids in the hospital bed, tell me what that feels like.
We have a real disadvantage because we do not have masks like some of the other clubs do. We usually break out in tears.
Yeah, if you want to feel like a hero for real, get involved in this. Because they show up at these places and they make somebody's year, and maybe even their life. It's awesome. Saber Guild is great.
Thank you. Other things we do, we'll do demonstrations. Our most complicated thing is putting on a show.
A show?
And would you like to tell them about how we do shows?
All right. It started for me with the Star Wars rock opera, which was super, super fun. Some members of Saber Guild joined, did some lightsaber fighting for that. It's like a parody of all 6 of the main movies. It was really, really fun. And we just did a May the 4th show, which was great.
We had mayhem with lightsabers. We had singers, and we had dancers. We brought them in. And they were awesome. They helped us. It was a 45-minute show. We plan to do more of these with the right venue. It's a lot of fun. If you guys are into that sort of thing, you can do that in Saber Guild. The other thing I want to mention is, in Saber Guild, you're not required to do anything you don't want to do. If you don't like the drama parts, if you don't like the shows, because you're just not that type of person, you don't have to do those. All you have to do is show up at an appearance 2 times in a year, or 1 show, and that keeps your membership going with the club.
So you could be just a costumer, you could be a lightsaber fighter, you can be part of dramas. Really, it's just whatever you want.
It looks like you have tickets.
Oh, good. We have the door prize tickets. Those are going to be passed around, so make sure everybody gets one. I'm sort of getting a message, maybe that Jedi Master Steve is getting close. And I was supposed to show you that slide apparently before. Oh, and I think that we might have a little story for you, and all stories begin with a crawl. Ah, come on, baby! Star Wars fans! we'll put it up on screen. Alright.
You've got your wife with you? Huh? When she shows up, tell her to come get lunch.
Come in, Master Barrett. They've already started without you. Are you close?
Yes, I've just come out of hyperspace at the edge of the system. I'm on final approach and I've got the planet in visual range. I'll be there soon. Yes, R3, we are coming in fast, but we're running late. No, don't say I told you so. Next time, I will trust your navigation. All right, R3, you have the coordinates. Just put us down close. There, that looks like a good spot. No, you stay with the ship. I have to get inside. No, don't start that. No, R3, I have to get in there. You stay with the ship and alert me if there are any problems.
Where is everybody? I guess everybody's in the panel, that's why the hallways are empty? Jedi Master Steve!
Construction around this place is terrible. Man, I had to find a parking place, and then I passed some Jawas. I'm going to have an astromech when I get back there.
There!
Sakura,
Uh-oh.
I thought I recognized your presence when I landed.
Well, Barrett, I must say you are a hard man to find in this galaxy. Oh, boy. Time has not been kind to you, has it?
Better than somebody else I could mention.
Well, it looks like time has been taking everything from you.
Just my old apprentice. You're looking for the easy win, I see. Yes, but at what cost? Hold on to this.
All right, you two. All right, stop. Pick it up. Go over there.
All right, fine.
Alright, nobody
We'll finish this later.
Yeah, nobody dies before the end of the panel.
It's not a date!
Whatever you say, you are the master.
Does everything she says sound kinda dirty?
Yes,
Alright, Jedi Master Steve. Sit down. Good job, thank you. Who are you?
I am Sakura Bindel, also known as Aloha Line. I am the LCC, or Local Costume Council. I'm the person who is in charge of making us all look good.
And you look good. Thank you. You did help. Jedi Master Steve. And I think we need someone else up here too.
Yes. I'm Master Barrett, also known as Steve Berry. I'm the Assistant Local Director for Saber Guild. And you just got a small taste of what we do. Very small.
Limited room, so.
We have another Jedi over here. Introduce yourself.
My name is Greg Karen.
Mike.
My name is Greg Karen. I work with the choreography. I help write the storylines. I help with any questions, any technical footwork.
Fight choreographer.
Fight choreography.
Yeah, he's kind of a badass. Yeah. All right, well, I think we want to get this going. You ready, Jedi Master Steve?
I am ready.
Okay.
I have something here for you. Your father wanted you to have this when you were old enough, but your uncle wouldn't allow it. He feared feared you might follow old Obi-Wan on some damn fool idealistic crusade like your father did.
Okay, when you get your first lightsaber, do not do what Luke does. Do not look down the barrel.
Lightsaber. This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight. Not as clumsy or random as a blaster. An elegant weapon for a more civilized age.
Okay, so how many of you tell me if this sounds familiar? Microphone. Make it so that you guys can actually hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
That better? Okay, tell me if this actually sounds familiar. Ever since that crazy old wizard mentioned these elegant weapons from a more civilized age, you've wanted to have one. But sadly, they've been set aside for those people that lived a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. But you can still dream, right? Someday you will be able to hold that saber in your hand and you will hear that telltale snap hiss. Well, then one day you're in Comic-Con, you walk in, and there you see it. The table's selling lightsabers. Sure, it's a glorified flashlight with a glow stick on the end. But in your hands, you can become the protector of the Republic, a Jedi Knight. Or if you so choose, you can see through the fog and lies of the Jedi and become a Sith.
Dark side!
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yes.
Okay? So, what do? You penny up the money and you buy your lightsaber. Now you've got a whole new problem. How do you look cool? Well, that's what we're here to tell you. That's our job today. So we're actually going to go through a couple of points. First of all, looking the part, striking a pose, and of course, Solo, the show-off story. Yoda will always be with you or belonging to a group. And then, time allowing, we'll have some Q&A. And finally, may the Force be with you. And maybe a Kyber lightsaber.
You didn't get a ticket for the door prize. Raise your hand. One of our Jedi or Sith will give you a door prize ticket.
Yes, so anybody that does not have a ticket, raise your hand.
Raise it high so they can see it.
Definitely some in the back. Keep going.
Okay, first of all, we're going to talk about looking the part, or costumes.
I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last. The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the... When I left you, I was but... Control yourself. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Only a master of evil. Dark.
Chris Pratt.
Very young Chris
We've never done that at practice, ever.
Oh, no, never. Tell me you would not do that. So, costuming, as I said before, I'm the local costuming console person. It can come in all varieties, from casual cosplays, and these are awesome, despite the fact that they're obviously on a budget, but they look awesome.
Man, look at that dog.
Yes, and to deviously complex, that is a bit higher on the budget. And these people, they are awesome for doing it, and they make it look good.
That was Mimi. She's
amazing. Yeah, the Sith over there with the white wig, that's one of our members, Mimi. She's not here today, unfortunately, work.
And all of those complex costumes are local cosplayers that have spent time and money putting those together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is our Star Wars group right here. I am the one, as I said before, who helps us all look pretty.
I look so pretty!
You look evil!
We work with what we got. So there are multiple groups in Utah that are Lucas affiliated, recognized groups. We have the Alpine Garrison, or the 501st, Rebel Legion Rogue Base, the Mandalorian Mercs, what's
Crate
their
Clan.
Crate Clan,
Speak in the mic.
the Rocky Mountain Droid Builders. They're the ones with the cool R2-D2s and all the other fun critters. And then our group, the Ruusan Temple Saber Guild.
Okay, it's not Russian, it's Ruusan.
Ruusan,
It's
yes.
not Russian, it's
Ruusan.
Ruusan.
After
And that is-
Ruusan Valley.
That is a planet in Star Wars.
Big battle happened there between Sith
Look
and
it up.
Jedi.
Okay.
Yeah, look it up.
So there are, for a basic Sith or Jedi, we have our fun little Jedi.
You want a model for
Is
us?
there a Padawan? Do we have a
John, or Naj.
Ow, ow!
Okay, and there are basic parts to a simple cosplay. You first have the under tunic, then you have the tunic, tabards, obi, and belt. Then you also have the boots and leggings or skirt pants, whichever you want to wear, and boots, of course. And this is what makes up a basic costume. We have actually some other designs besides this if you want to do something nifty and neat. But this is a good start if you want to start someplace. Also, you have a few requirements besides the parts. The colors, earth tones, greens, greens, browns, okay. And then darker colors for Sith, the really cool, bold, black, reds, purples, edgy big edgelords type of stuff.
Yay.
Death black.
Yes.
Really, really black.
Fabric needs to have a texture. Certain fabrics are not allowed, mostly so that they can show up on picture, so that it pops, and that you don't just blend it. The design cut, there are some things for length, location of scenes. We like to have clean work. We have the costume regulation, costume reference library. I always forget that. And if you're not too sure about your sewing skills, we actually have a few people within our group who'd be willing to sew something for you. Like I myself am a seamstress. I made my costume except for these. I bought these because I have no idea how to make them. And we also have our Edie, who is also a great seamstress.
Wait, that's Darth Ember, everybody.
Or Darth Ember.
Yeah.
There's also a great place called Madhouse Costuming that does really good costumes if you want to do that. She does great work.
So Aloha, are you the one that approves our costumes when we submit them?
No, I am not. I am the local. I'm the one who helps us look good, try to make sure that's under regulations before you submit it. But the Global Costume Consuls, or the GCCs, are the ones who are actually in charge and are the really, really nitpicky people who are out there. Love you guys if any of you are out there, but you can be nitpicky, which there is a reason for that. We want to make sure that we all look like you can have just stopped off of a film and that you just stopped out of the Star Wars film.
Cool.
Awesome, thank you.
So how do we get them to check our costumes? We have to send them
first
photos, right?
First you do that. And you, Steve or John are both
Who in the
excellent
world is
costumers.
that?
Yeah, we posted like the most embarrassing photo of you, so.
That is not me.
She
Jedi
lies.
lies.
She lies. The process is fairly simple. You get pictures, so your mug shots. You have your front, you have your back, you have your left side, right side. You get close-up pictures of the belt and close-up of the boots.
Can you just wear a belt and boots and like that's it?
Family show.
Okay, family show. Sorry.
And then your action. See? What have I told you about that?
That's an action shot.
What happened to family show?
Wrong kind of action.
Oh.
That's for my husband.
So real action, huh?
Yes.
Okay,
Something that we can actually show to children.
This is real action. These are actual pictures of members of Saber Guild that have submitted their costumes for approval. And what Saber Guild does with them after they receive them and approve their costume, they take their action shots and they turn them into their membership pictures on the website. So that is what the action shot is for that purpose.
Yes, that's me on the end without the tails.
Once your costume has been approved, you're given an SG number, which is really quite a badge of honor after all the work that you've gone through in getting your costume right and approved. So the SG number there represents where you were in line from the very first member.
Yeah, there's hundreds of members nationwide and tons of different temples, and it's pretty awesome. And if you didn't get a door prize ticket, I know she needs one in the front over here, Tom. Anybody else didn't get a door prize ticket, raise your hand and you'll get one. Thank you.
Also, a suggestion as well is start off something simple, like this. I have right there, I first started off with the human version, and then once I got these, I got the makeup to look good. I then submitted those. Otherwise, it'll take you, it is annoying to get called back over and over again to try to change something when you could do something simple first. Overall, it is a lot of fun, and we have a blast doing this.
You're an amazing costumer. Thank you. Steve.
All right, this is my specialty. One of the things that I do on the side, as Aloha mentioned, is I do photography.
Oh, Steve, you're a poser.
Okay, I tell people where to go and what to do. My wife says that's being a jerk. I say that's posing. Okay? Posing, a particular way of standing or sitting, it's how to look good in front of a camera. Now to do this, we have what's called a signature pose. What is a signature pose? It's your go-to pose. It's what you look good doing.
I have a big crush on him.
I thought your crush was Darth Vader.
Both.
That is a signature pose.
And before that, it was an epic disrobe.
Family show.
And you'll notice
My
that
hero.
every Sith and Jedi has a signature pose.
Get help in a match for him. He's a Sith Lord.
Do it.
Chancellor Palpatine, Sith Lords are our specialty.
Epic disrobe.
I did.
I did. Hello there.
General Kenobi. If you only knew the power of the dark side.
There's your other crush.
Smoldering intensity. That is a signature pose right there. Okay, so what a signature pose is, it's something that we go to because we don't have a lot of time when we're asked to take a picture. So we have a pose that we will fall back on. How do you pick one? Well, think of your character. Obviously, my character as a Jedi is not going to do, think of the power. No, that's not something that I would do.
I would like you to.
Yes, I know you would. So you think of your character and how your character would react. Choose a pose you can hold for some time, because sometimes we're doing pictures for like 7, 8 shots in a row, and it's hard to hold a nice action shot in that time. Make sure that you can do it repeatedly, because some people will say, that was beautiful, can you do it again? And then practice in front of your mirror. A lot. That's the best way to get your pose down.
Like with your belt and your boots on?
With a little bit more than just
Family
your belt and your
show.
boots. You need to have your lightsaber too.
And you said I had a dirty mind.
And finally,
Everybody
posing
up
for
here
pictures. A couple of things to remember. A rule that we use in photography is if it bends, break it. Like this one, it's a straight-on picture. You just bend the joints, it looks so much better. Don't stand straight on. At an angle, it's so much more flattering and you look not as flat. Remember, you have a face, use it. Don't do a flat expression. Use a little bit of personality. Who thought Darth Maul had that kind of personality?
Darth Maul in the bathtub.
Look at the camera. And this is something that's really hard to remember when you have a lot of people taking pictures, because you'll have like that one child that's posing with a group. You need to know that's who this picture's for. You've got to look at that camera and not this one over here, because that's how you're going to get somebody looking off in the distance. Okay? And finally, be ready for the click.
Is that Mark Hamill?
That is Mark Hamill. This was the first official thing we did as a group. We had become an official temple like a week before this. So we all got in there for the Mark Hamill picture, and we go to get the picture done, and I'm so excited. I'm standing there, and Mark Hamill, he's right there, and they take the picture, and get in his face. That's what I will remember most from this event.
You don't look like that?
I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if that's not a better picture.
Okay, so that brings us to our next point, which is showing off. So we're going to get some solo action.
Even I get bored sometimes. Do you think I had a choice? For my dead body. Yes, I bet you have.
Say it with me now, everybody. Shoot first!
Period.
Han shot. Period.
There was no second shot. Han shot, period. Okay. For showing off, start simple. You want to do something easy. In fact, Greg, let's have you jump down there and do a little bit really quickly. Yeah. So you start with something simple, like a little twirl, just a simple wrist twirl. It's just basic. But you take that and you practice it and you go a little bit faster. You start to do more complex things. That's how you get better and more advanced. Build on what you know. If you've had any experience, quick show of hands. Who has done martial arts or flag twirling or color guard or dance or anything like that? Or lightsaber twirling? Yeah. Use that. You're not starting over from scratch. You can take that in advance. Okay?
And you don't have to know anything. You don't have to know anything or have any background in this. You can start out.
We'll teach you.
Just learning it from us. You don't have to worry that, oh, I'm not good enough. And if you're not good enough, we'll let you know.
Just show up and be there. That's the important thing.
If you're not good enough, we'll make you the local director.
We love you, John.
John's good. John's good. Be patient, because all of this stuff takes time. We spend a lot of time practicing, and one of the things that we were just learning, our young Padawan, it took her 3 months before she was able to do a release, and she finally learned it. It's not something that comes immediately. And once again, practice every chance you get. Practice is very important.
So at practice, a lot of times we stand around talking about nerdy stuff. But while we do, we swing around our lightsabers and we practice flourishing. And this is because we're using every chance we get to practice flourishing.
Okay, so we actually do have 3 types of saber use that we do. And we are running a little bit short on time. So Greg showed us a little bit of single blade. Okay? So we're going to have Aloha show us a little bit about the second type of saber. And that's, oh, I went too far. Staff.
Always gives you the blue ones. I don't know why.
It will give you cooties.
We still hope there's goodness in you.
During that red.
Probably.
Watch the tails. Yeah. And maybe lean back in the front row. Yeah. He's like, hit me in the face, I'll be fine.
So Aloha did a lot of color guard stuff, so this came pretty naturally to her.
And I don't have costume troubles.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to burn off, what is it, Twi'lek tail? And then we have
In color guard, she did not have tails.
And then we have dual wielding.
Sometimes you get to pick up a second one. And honestly, the hardest part about this is just remember, start simple. You know, you may think that you're just doing something really easy, just walking back and forth. Before you know it,
You scared that guy.
Jedi Master Steve, everyone, yeah. Woo!
so those are some of the basic ones that we do. Finally, Yoda will always be with you. This is being part of a group. One of the things that we do is we come together. We all have strengths, we all have weaknesses. But as a group, we can build with each other's strengths. And because what one person has as a strength, we all have. That person can help us all advance. There's a camaraderie, there is such a benefit to being part of a group, and that's what Saber Guild is really there for.
It's like a crazy family with lightsabers in the park.
That's exactly what it is.
Of course, when we do our practicing, one thing that we want to remember is safety first. Now, really quickly, because we're running out of time, and I want to make sure that everybody has a chance here. Anybody that has come in late, do they not have a ticket? Anybody that does not have a ticket, everybody's good?
Okay.
All right. Okay. So anyway, safety first. We always want to make sure that we do things without hurting each other. I'm going to use the example of my 19-year-old son who's actually sitting in the panel. His first event, he was so pumped up and so excited. He's swinging the lightsaber so fast that his younger brother that he's dueling with could not duck. And he got hit in the head. We actually got some really cool video from up above, and we slowed it down to like 2 to 3 frames per second. You can actually see the blade bending around his head. So they still had like 2 minutes of fight choreograph ready to go. It's done. So he just stops, looks, and goes, down. There was no way of playing that off.
That's how you're a Sith.
But some of the rules that we do is we check our equipment. Make sure that every time we start doing something, make sure that our blades are tightened down, make sure that nothing's going to come off. We've seen it all the time where somebody starts spinning the blade and all of a sudden the blade ends up in the next county. Yes, I think we've all done that. Start slow. No, John hasn't done that yet. Okay, start slow. When you guys start out with a partner, you want to do slow moves. You don't want to go too fast because that's when you start to do dangerous things and get somebody hurt. A comfortable pace. Keep it at a comfortable pace. Whatever's good for you and your partner. Stop short. One of the things that we do in practice and in performance is we will swing, but we will always stop short. We never try, there is no try, to hit. Okay? Know your limits. Know what you can do that is not going to get you hurt. Know also your partner's limits. Because there's nothing worse than just getting into something and saying, hey, I used to could do a backflip, and then you land on your face. Experience. Keep your emotions in check. There are times where you're a little bit angry with somebody, and then you start to do a choreographed battle with them, and you end up with a broken finger or something. Always keep your emotions in check.
My secret is I'm always angry.
Thank you.
Her secret is she's a twerp.
There's definitely a quote here.
Finally, practice, practice, practice. We spend a lot of time practicing. We get together 2 to 3 times a week, and we go over our routines, we go over the stuff we're learning. You spend a lot of time practicing to get to know each other's moves and each other's limits. And Greg is our local stage director, and he does a lot of the choreography.
Yeah, Greg, why don't you tell us about fight choreography and how you set it up and, you know, the story and all that.
Okay, well, we always try to follow a simple storyline that's easy to tell visually, easy to understand. The good guys don't always win. I usually write it that way, but it doesn't always end up that way. We do have a little bit of liberties. With some groups, though, we say no deaths. So we just work to, just beat up each other and then call it good. No killing. GP.
Well, when there are kids around, we generally do no death.
Yeah, when we're at kids' activities, we don't do deaths. We just do terrible wounds.
Maiming, dismemberment, that kind of stuff.
So at KidCon on Saturday, no one's gonna die. Maim, sure. Die, no.
But like with this group, everybody.
Hashtag maiming is okay.
We've worked with some of the other groups. We brought in some of their experts to help us out with our story writing and our moves and our training. And so we like to diversify our resources. We take, like Steve said, we learn off it from everybody, and we try to just keep an open mind. We have something to learn from everyone. Everyone will bring something to the table. Oh yes. So many of our members also practice with a Wasatch Saber Club, which is a local group that does, and their leadership is here today.
Can we give them a round of applause?
Wasatch Saber.
Neil and Haley, please stand up. Please stand up. Show us your faces. All right. So they put together a great local group of about 60 people. They do flash mobs. Yep.
We have flash mob here.
What time is the flash mob?
Friday, 7:30 in the Grand Ballroom.
Friday, 7:30 come. It's this epic smackdown between Jedi and Sith. It's awesome.
Okay, 7:30 Grand Staircase.
Grand Staircase.
On Friday.
Much better than the ballroom because the ballroom's stuffy.
Yes.
Okay, do we have any questions? I know there's one question going around.
This gentleman.
So, do you guys ever do live combat or sparring?
Oh, we forgot to cover that.
That's a very good question. The question was, do we ever do live combat or sparring? No, we are strictly choreography. There are sparring groups out there that they have the equipment, they have protective gear. Those ones they teach technique, and then you can do sparring based on what you've learned.
Yeah, I've actually been part of those. I've been part of Bellegarde, and we have foam weapons so that there won't be any lasting injuries as long as you're also still careful and safe. No headshots or going for the neck, that sort of thing. But they can still leave a welt, so you do have to be careful.
I sparred one night with a friend, and the next night, or the next day at work, I had to ice my knuckle. So I learned, don't spar without proper equipment and without, knowing what you're doing.
Yes, you.
Yeah, so what have you been?
Right?
Could you
right?
repeat
Me,
that?
right?
He asked which one of us is best.
And I'm going to go with me.
Clarissa is
Again,
best
she
in
lies.
her own mind.
Again, she lies.
As far as which one of us is best, we've never had a all-out, no-holds-barred match.
Fight.
I would not want to fight Darth Hideous right over there.
Ugh.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I would put some money on this guy if I was a Jedi. Okay.
I put some credits on Steve.
He's fighting with Darth Emperor.
Let's just say everyone on the dark side is the best. Can we agree with that?
Okay, let's go with that.
Dark side!
No, it's the light side.
Okay. You, Greg? I think we may need to do the drawing after maybe one more question.
Okay, in the gray?
So how do you avoid smashing your fingers?
Well, for one thing, we are aiming, it's where we're aiming. We are, for one thing, aiming for, right in front of the person, so even if they miss it, we stop there. Another thing, we are also aiming, this is not something you do in an actual fight. You're actually aiming for the body. For choreography, on the other hand, we are aiming for each other's blades. so that we will go here. We do not do anything here. We do here.
There's something wrong with that picture.
Two Jedi fighting, yeah!
Yeah!
Oh, practicing.
And he doesn't move, he does the wrong move, I've already programmed to stop. So if I'm going to attack high, I stop right there no matter what. Even if he meets me or not. I don't rely on his contact, he just makes me stop.
So he said he's going to stop. Even if Steve doesn't get his saber there, Greg's going to stop.
So if I hold up where the saber goes,
I still stop.
they're touching out here in the middle. Not down here, and not down here. And we don't want to slip off and do this. So we're like this.
There are also signals you can give each other. So with a fight between Aloha and I, there's a moment where I swipe over her head.
But before that, I give a little nod to let her know I'm ready.
So
and then I duck and she swipes.
So I don't swipe unless she gives me that nod to tell me that she's ready. So usually it can't be seen by the audience, but to me, it's important to know that, okay, I'm gonna do this move safely and not, make your husband angry.
All right. Does anybody want to come up and learn to do an awesome pose?
Come on up.
Do you have a saber? Anybody? Someone
Okay,
out there, Sith or Jedi, grab somebody from the audience. Bring
I
them
think
up.
we need some Jedi and Sith. Saber Guild Jedi and Sith. Stand up, please.
All right.
All right,
Somebody-
everybody that would like to do some posing, show your hands. I see a couple back there waving their lightsabers pretty frantically. That would
All right, hurry up and come up. Get the
Let's have you
tickets.
two
Let's
come
do
on
the
up here.
drawing. Come on up. You got the tickets? All right, come on up here. Do some awesome poses. Okay, Aloha, show them a pose. All right, Saber Guild, show them some poses. All right, we got to get some excitement going here. I want to hear the light side and the dark side. So when I say light side, you say light side. When I say dark side, you get the idea. Light side! I didn't hear it. Light side! Light side! Dark side! Light side! Light side! All right. Are we ready for two sides, one force? Are we ready for the drawing?
I think we should do a drawing.
We should do the drawing. All right, we're going to have our Kyber Light guy come on up here. Kyber Light's out there. They have been so generous to donate this amazing lightsaber. All of you. So everybody give Kyber Light a hand. Thank you. And you ready for the drawing? Ready? So go ahead and do the drawing right now.
This is Madison with Kyber Light. He's the one that's been working with us so much. And he's ready to stick his hand into a magic bag.
All right, who's going to win? Light side? Light side! Dark side! Light
Oh, come on, light side. You can do
Dark
that.
side! All right, let's hear the number. And the number is...
519-1052.
That's mine! Oh, wait, I don't have
All right, here, let me see that ticket. Oh, yes! All right! Congratulations! All right, somebody take a photo of him. Take a photo. All right. Thank you to Kyber Light. Okay, so Saber Guild has a thing, and it's two sides, one force. Are we ready? Edie.
Two sides!
One force! Two
sides!
One force!
Two sides!
One force! Thank you so much for coming to How to Look Cool with a Lightsaber. Going to be out in the hallway posing. If you have questions for any Saber Guild, please ask them. And may the Force be with you.